Okay, now we're going to talk about the substring method. And so we'll just do this by starting off with an example. We have a variable string and its value is Wheaties. A substring is going to actually return, as it says here, a particular substring of a string. So in this case you have the variable name dot substring, and then in parentheses you have two parameters. This is the basic format of using the substring method. So you have the variable and the substring to 5. What this means is it's going to look into serial, the variable serial, and it's going to pull from the to position the E, and then it's going to this 5 is actually one more. It's kind of weird, but it's the one more than the last position. So you subtract 1. So we're not going to looking for the 5 position. We're looking for one less. We're looking for the 4 position. In the 4 position is the T. So our substring goes from 2 to 4. So it goes from 2 to 4. And so it's going to go EAT. So that's what it returns. So if you were going to print serial.substring 2, 5, it would print the word eat, which is a substring of Wheaties. The first parameter, 2 in this case, is the position of the first character of the substring. E is in the position 2. That's why it's the first character. The second parameter, in 5 in this case, is one more than the position of the last character of a substring. So it's something you have to keep track of. So the position of the last character is 4. T is in position 4, and that's why it's the last character of the substring, and then of course we include everything between. Now one thing you can use, and some people like subtracting the first parameter from the second, because that tells you how many characters you should have in the substring. So if you take this, you go, well, 5 minus 2 is 3. So that means there's 3 characters, and they start at position 2. So the start at position 2, as we said here, is the E. And then since we have 3 characters, we need the next 2, so EAT. So that's another way that you can figure out what's going to be is going to be returned from this substring. Here's another example. This presents one other situation that's going to arise. And so here again you have Wheaties, and you have only one parameter. Well, what does one parameter means? All that means is this, is that you're going to use, it means the substring goes from the position 3 all the way to the end of the string. So very simply, you find position 3, which is the A. So it's going to be the A. And then it goes all the way to the end. So you don't need to have another parameter in there, because just having a single parameter lets you know that you're going all the way to the end. And that's how that works. So here's some practice. So here's your 2 variables and with strings, and you have 2 numeric variables. So company.substring 1, 5. Okay, so you're looking in the company variable, and the first position is 1, and the second position is 1 less than the second parameter. So you're looking for 1 and 4. So you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start at L and end at P. So it's L, E, E, P. This one, substring 8. So we're looking for the 8th position in the company variable. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's E, which is in the 8th position, and then it's the rest of the way. So Erica. The next one is you were looking for the first position of 6, and the second position is 1 less than this. So the last position is 10. And so we're looking in owner, and so we're starting at 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going all the way to 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is going to return the substring A, K, S, T, E. Okay, then this one, num1 is 5. So, and then num2 is 8. And then 8 plus 3 is 11. So this is actually 11. Now, it's going to look for the substring is going to be from position 5 through position 10, because we subtract 1. So 5 to 10 in the variable owner. So here's 5 right here. 6, so 10 is here. So we're going to go all the way from L, which is capital. Make sure you capitalize it, and just go ahead and write it like this. Okay. Notice here, if you go 11 minus 5, you get 6, and there's 6 characters. This is 11 minus 6 is 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters. Here it's 5 minus 1 is 4, and you have 4 characters. Okay, and then this one here is you look in the index of the owner. You go inside here. You look in owner and you find the position. Index of, now remember, is finding the position. So it's looking for the first R in owner. So we go to owner. The first R is right here. So it's 0, 1, 2. So the value of this whole thing right here is 2. So you're going to have a 2. And then num1 has a value of 5. So really what you're looking for is the following. So we can take all this out and replace it with 2, 5. So company.substring 2, 5. So we're looking in the company variable, and we're going to start at 2, and our last character is going to be at 4 because it's 1 subtracted from there. So we go to company, we find 2, so 0, 1, 2, so it's that first E, and then it goes to 4, so EP. Okay, 5 minus 2 is 3, you have 3 characters. The next one, you find company.substring num2 9. So num2 is the value is 8. We know that up there in the memory locations. And so we're looking to extract a substring from company that starts at 8 and it ends at 8. So the company here, 8 is the E. And 9 minus 8 is 1, so it should just be 1 character. So this whole thing here is replaced by its value, which is just an E. Alright, so this thing boils down to owner.index of E. So it's looking for the position of the first E in owner. And so we go to owner, and the first E is at the 10 position. So an index of, remember, results or returns a number. So it's 10. All these other ones were substrings because we used the substring method. And the last one, owner dot substring num1 plus 2. Num1 is 5, and plus 2, that makes it 7. So this is really looking for, it just has one parameter in here. There's no commas. So it's looking for to extract from 7 to the rest to the end of the string. So we go to owner, find 7, which is right here, the K, and then it goes all the way to the end. So K Stein, we'll say K Stein is what that extracts. Alright, I don't know if I have any more. I really don't. That'll be good enough.